Let's do a quick bot test real quick. Everything's sounding good. There it goes. Alright. Been a while. Been a long while. I did say on my Twitter page that I wouldn't stream as often if I decided I wanted to watch a baseball game because it's postseason and all that. So yeah, it's been been almost 2 weeks since I played this game for the first time. I pushed B like I was playing this on an Xbox or not Xbox, PlayStation controller. But no. Oh, I pushed new game on accident. No, I said load game. Load save game. Quick save data. What? Hang on. Oh, it's the auto save. This is a auto save, quick save. Okay. Oh, that's right. Okay, I see. The quick save was because I thought permadeath, but no. Okay. All right. Didn't learn all that much, but that we're supposed to be getting to arranged marriage and that we're happy with it. All right, let's go to Castle Wolford.
Father, I bring to you my betrothed, the Lady Frederica.
A pleasure to meet you, my lord. I am Frederica of House Esfrost.
Ho ho, the pleasure is all mine.
Were it not for the efforts of House Wolfort, the Saltiron War would rage on still today. I do not deserve the honor of joining your esteemed family, but I will endeavor to serve you all the same.
There is no need for such formalities, my girl.
I love his laughing animation.
You are tired from your journey, I am sure. Pray rest easy tonight.
Thank you, my lord. I believe that in any journey, the first step is the most important. Before we go forward together, I should like to know why you chose to welcome one of Rosellan blood, such as I.
Oh, I'd heard you were a strong-willed one.
Pray forgive my insolence. And yet, I am set to marry into a mighty house of a foreign nation. I should like to know what you wish of me, that I might live up to your expectations.
Alright.
A most reasonable request. Both of you, listen well.
I guess that explains the pink hair.
Yes, Father.
Even though anime is the true reason.
Your marriage was agreed upon by Glenbrook and Esfrost, that the ties between our two nations might be strengthened.
To give us more leverage against Hyzant with their monopoly over salt.
Precisely. With Glenbrook and Esfrost consolidating their power, Hyzant was left with little choice but to join the alliance. And yet, while Lady Frederica is indeed the Archduke's sister, at the same time she is the daughter of a Rosellan concubine. And House Wolf,
Concubine?
for all our military prowess, is no more than a bannerman of the king. If the aim was to forge the strongest bond we could between our two nations,
It would be far more appropriate for my sister, Lady Erica, to wed the Crown Prince of Glenbrook.
just so, yet neither nation chose that. And do you know why?
Dot dot dot.
So that if relations between our two countries were to take a turn for the worse,
We could be cast away like pawns.
Precisely. Such are the schemes of those who rule nations.
Corrupt rulers. Gotta love them. Ooh, she's shivering.
I understand now. And yet, no matter how impure the intentions behind this arrangement may be, I will not bring dishonor to the Wolfort name.
Well said, my son. If that is your decision, then...
Uh-oh. No. No.
Father!
Lord Simon.
Simon? It's not Simon?
I am an old man, and my health is not what it once was. For this reason and more, I have made my decision. As of this day, I abdicate my...
Oops.
You will serve in my stead from tomorrow forth. As of this day, I
my finger
abdicate
slipped.
my position as Lord of House Wolfort.
My hand slipped and I pushed the wrong button.
You will serve in my stead from tomorrow forth, my son.
Alright.
Forth, my son.
There we go.
But, Father, I am not ready to...
It actually makes a noise.
My decision is not made lightly. You have already shown me, with your words and your deeds, that you are more than ready. Think always about what your subjects need from you. Weigh your choices carefully, then take action. Do so, and I have no doubt you will make a great lord. And trust in Benedict. He shall serve you as well as he did.
Benedict! Edgar Benedict!
Thank you, Father. I will spare no effort that one day I may be as beloved by our people as you.
Lady Frederica, your fate is not a simple one. There are many who would try to use the both of you as pawns in their own scheme.
Ah, gosh.
Even so, I hope that you will be there to support my son through it all, as his wife, but also as your own person. This is House Wolfort's entreaty, and the wish of a father.
Of course, my lord. It was my intention from the moment I boarded the ship.
Who's there?
Beg pardon, my lord, but Lord Dragan and Minister Lila have arrived.
Very well. Presiding over tonight's banquet will be my final duty as Lord of the House. Tomorrow's ceremony will mark the beginning of yours, my son. And after that will be your wedding. Rest well tonight, both of you, for busy days lie ahead.
Something bad's gonna happen to him, isn't it? It's always how it goes in these games. A young hawk's sword is completed. Oh, that's the end of the chapter. Really? Oh, well, thank you, game.
"30 years after the salt iron raged across Norzelia, a vein of precious minerals was unearthed in the kingdom of Glenbrook. From east to west, joy swept the land. United at last in common cause, the kingdom of Glenbrook, the Grand Duchy of Esfrost, and the holy state of Hyzant endeavored to wrest this bounty from the earth, with each nation providing expertise and resources. This uneasy alliance between once bitter enemies will herald a new era of tranquility in this long embattled realm."
Dope.
One after another, dignitaries from each nation arrive in Glenbrook to solidify this accord and toast to its success, the first step on the road to peace. Among those who would forge this road is Serenoa Wolfford. Inheriting the title of Lord Wolfford from his father Simon, he must decide what foundation he would lay for this new era.
Chapter 2. To arms, brave warriors.
Welcome to Castle Wolfford, Minister Lila. Allow me to express my gratitude to the Holy State. Were it not for your nation's generous efforts, this venture would never have come to fruition.
You are too kind, Lord Simon. You too have served an invaluable role in this. Though I must admit, the news of the union between your son and Lady Frederica came as quite the surprise. None in Hyzant considered that a bannerman of Glenbrook would join with the ruling family of Esfrost. I hear that Lady Frederica is the Archduke's half-sister. I must ask,
Half-sister.
how did this arrangement come to be?
Oh, your curiosity is only natural. This union was promised during the war, an arrangement made with the previous Archduke. Truth be told, I am surprised one as well informed as yourself did not already know.
And this is your son? As I recall.
Serenoa Wolfford, at your service, Minister.
And I am Frederica Esfrost.
My son still has much to learn, but I believe this marriage will herald a bright future for us all. For today, I intend to step down and leave House Wolfford in Serenoa's capable hands.
Yeah! I'm the leader! I can do what I want!
You're abdicating your
When's the
position?
sequel Square Theory? I mean, the company is literally called Square Enix. Hi Vix, how's it going? Let me just shout out Vix. Ready? Go check him out. He's been playing a lot of Overwatch 2 lately. Kids that can't play Overwatch 1 because they shut it down.
Surprising news comes in pairs, I see. Nonetheless, I am happy for you both. I imagine the lords and ladies at tonight's banquet will take great interest in the new Lord Wolfford, as will I.
Pray, go easy on the boy, my lady.
My boy!
I hear that young Lord Dragan of Esfrost shall also be in attendance.
Indeed, he has been appointed to oversee operations at the Grand Norzelian mines. I understand his star in Esfrost has seen a meteoric rise.
I like that.
Good. I would like to hear more of this new explosive substance he means to use to blast the tunnels. As a fellow scholar of sorts, if in a different field, I am always curious to learn how great discoveries are made.
I need love and cuddles too. Here you go, Vix. Have my hug. That's the best I could do.
He should have arrived by now. Has anyone seen him?
Dragan's gone to see the city. He was halfway there before the gangplank landed on the docks.
Hang on. And there you go.
Ah, he is your cousin, yes. I see we share an innate curiosity for new places.
The banquet will begin soon. I shall seek him out and escort him there.
Very good. Though I will host tonight's festivities, I want you to act as if you're already Lord of the House.
Alright. I can
Our
do
guests
that.
are the most esteemed personages of their respective nations. Take care not to cause offense.
Of course, Father.
I like how we both bow. Lord Dragon could be anywhere. I suppose it's a good opportunity as any to speak with the common folk. I have a bad habit of trying to plan stuff early, especially with homework and studying, and then I'm sleeping. Rip. I would have that problem all the time in high school. I feel you there. The flow of the game comprises in multiple phases. In addition to story scenes and battles, there will always be exploration phase. This phase, you can freely move around areas, gather information from people around you, review mechanisms, terrain features that may serve you in battle, and more. Yeah, I remember all this from the demo. Let's take a walk. Directional buttons. Run. Wait, what? Directional buttons. Oh no, run, walk. Okay. And hold B. Okay, and there's a dash as well. Push the plus button. All right. Whee! That's actually pretty fast. I've been tasked with attending you at the ceremony tomorrow, my lord. May it be a joyous occasion for all. Oh, I didn't mean to. I'm eager to hear your speech, and even more eager to see you triumph at the ceremony. Thank you. I sense you may have some questions regarding this joint mining venture. Allow me to enlighten you. Combining the expertise and manpowers of Norzelia's 3 nations, this mine will unearth a newly discovered vein of iron. We hope this will prove beneficial for all parties, providing wealth and prosperity in equal measure. It is said that Lord Dragon's knowledge of ironworking is peerless. I can think of none more suited to oversee this mine development. This looks like a button. I mean, this looks like some sort of. This looks sus. I heard that Prince Roland is restricted in his duty as the castle once again. Then he goes a shiftless child isn't in line with the crown. You calling me shiftless? Oh, why do you have to push that button to leave? Shiny! I found shinies! To see the peace we enjoy now, one would think that but 30 years ago our realm was engulfed in war. The Sword Iron War seems not a far-off nightmare now. You look like Therian. Oh, it's Anna. By your request, Benedict, and I should shall partake in the tourney. May you bring victory to House Wolford. I think I sort of remember you from the demo. Unless we saw you in the first fight, and I'm not remembering right. I don't think she was there though. Or he, I can't tell. Oh, it's a cutie cat. Also, this deer head is low. It looks really low poly, which it's not exactly a bad thing, but still. It could work for this style. Again, there's another one. There's a shiny. Added Marvels of Nozelia while you make some notes. You find notes as the game progresses, and these notes have no direct effect on the story, but they will help you better understand Norzelian's history. Ooh. This wasn't in the demo. These notes collected. War Chronicle notes. All right. Yeah, let's see here. Yeah, I think I could read these. Up the Norzelia River and past a handful of craggy mountains lies the Esfrosty capital. Despite the blizzards off swirling around it, the city itself is orderly and well maintained, and the people who dwell there are spirited and undaunted. By working together, they have managed to thrive in one of the most inhospitable places in the realm. It's this fortitude that has allowed Esfrost to grow into a nation to be reckoned with. Esfrost Ironstone was carved out of a rocky mountainside, which is unusual but fitting for a land with countless iron mines within its borders. It functions as both a castle and an iron factory. Let's see. Skilled artisans in the Grand Duchy are brought to the castle with a mass-produced ironworks engaged in technological research. Thanks to an enormous forge as hot as large and as hot as the mountains of a volcano within the castle, they're able to create huge quantities of ironware and weapons on a daily basis for Esprosti's pride and joy, the Black Irons. Okay. Upon the castle's ramparts is arguably the crowning achievement of Esfrosti Ironworks. A gigantic bell larger than the largest dragon. I can't even begin to fathom how they managed to create such a beast. Each day, the bell told the time for the people of the capital. It is so loud that it can be heard all throughout the mountains, and has even been known to trigger avalanches on distant slopes. Oof. Ugh. Okay. Well, I might not read all of those, but Probably gotta read the first few because they're probably gonna be interesting. Greetings, my lord. My friends and I are playing hide and seek. All right. Promise, are you hiding or are you seeking? Can I get? I don't think I can get this house. There's a little bit of motion blur. Hang on, I'm gonna get a drink real quick. I did not mean to push that button. That's good to know, though. Nope, 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 nope. Okay, I saw a shiny here. Yeah, threader bugs. I'm rich. I see you. I'll talk to you eventually. This town is prosperous and its people have faith in their lord. Impressive achievement by my experience. You two are kind. You're too kind, Lord Dragon. Ah, my apologies, but you are? The apologies to my mind. I'm Sir Noah Wolfort. I've come to remind you to return to the castle before the banquet begins. Certain parties were quite instant. Of course, I appreciate the consideration. I would like to explore the town a while longer, but rest assured I should be punctual in my arrival. Okay, cool. Well, now we know who Dragon is.
Alright, well, I must be very late somewhere. What good for best suit in the unit for you any food It's an impossible choice. I'm sorry for lunch Shimon or spark inspiration.
A lot of folk have come to the town for the ceremony. I even saw a man earlier wandering around about it. Why did I wonder? Let's check this place. I can scarcely remember the last time Glenbrook was hosted such a marvelous tourney. Who among the nations would win glory, which would be known as the fiercest in all Nozelia? I mean, to be there when history is made. Is there a shiny in here? No. Is there a shiny on the wall? No. I need to remember I can do this just so I can see shinies easier. Yeah. Pretty. I shall complete Travis and his pharaoh spawn attack your dear bride to be like that. I'm just glad we got there before any real harm can be done, my lord. Did he do anything? I don't remember you being there. Saltmonger. The most esteemed personages from each nation will be attending the ceremony, I hear. Veritable melting pot of politics. Such an opportunity to meet and speak with your peers must not be wasted, my lord. Politics. No? Nothing in here? Can I get up the stairs? Yeah, I can. Ooh, we got a little girl wants to say something. Can I get? No. What the? Okay, these gotta be something. My husband works from dawn to dusk at the port, lifting crates and who knows what else. It's honest work, though, and the backbone of our livelihood besides. Alright. Cool, thanks. There is no rest for the young lordling. All eyes will be upon you in the coming days. Federico and I shall make every effort to learn the lay of the land so that you might share the weight of your duties. Why is the text box shaking? That was kind of weird.
We playing hide and seek till Dad comes out. I need to find a place to hide it quick.
Oh. Barrels are always my favorite place to hide. Alright, take care not to hurt yourself.
I will.
mad when I climb on the rooftops. Awfully mad. What? That anger comes from a place of concern. I'm not saying you shouldn't hide, but promise you'll keep your safety in mind. Hey! A promise with my lord is as good as gold. Dad would be glad to hear it. You're hiding on top of rooftops? Oh, great. I'm getting flashbacks to Final Fantasy V. It's just like having to gallivant off with nary a word of farewell. Still, I suppose there's a chance to become acquainted with my future home. How would you describe your town, Sir Noah? Just take a relish your company. This is like very direct. This is like an opinion. And this is saying that the town is kind of mean, not so nice. I don't want to say that. Yeah, I'll give my I'll give facts. The people are thankful to their lord for that, I'm sure. There are always threats to the peace, however, as your encounter with the bandits proved. Of course, simply ensuring that smallest amount of safety must be a daunting task in itself. You have given me much to consider. Cool. Well, I can include explanation whenever I want. Let me just double check the houses just in case there's any other shinies. No. Are you sure I can't enter this place? Yeah, I don't see a door. I can't like sneak back here. I need to probably make sure. Camera's a little weird. Oh, I can't go back there because of trees. Yeah, the camera's a little bit weird sometimes. Like it wants to snap it behind certain objects. But I've seen all there is to see here, right? Oh, can I? Wait, can I like fall off the edge? No, I can't. Well, actually, okay. If there's like, I can step up a Minecraft block. That's. I'll keep that in mind. Oh wait, what's it? Can I sneak back here? No. Was I in this house? I think I was. Yeah, there's a shiny on the crate. Alright, well. Keep in mind that I can walk on like Minecraft-sized blocks or smaller, like this. Even though there's a fence there. Alright, let's conclude exploration. I think it will begin soon. Lord Dragon and I had best not arrive late. And I need to keep in mind that every map we could explore can also be like a battle map, potentially, maybe.
I thank you for your hospitality today, Lord Serenoa.
Think nothing of it. Did you enjoy the city, Lord Dragan?
Quite. Its people are full of life and love for their lord. That says all I need to know about House Wolfort.
You honor us with your words.
I am only being frank. Frederica is the sister of the Archduke, after all, and my cousin besides. I would not see her marry into an unworthy house. Suffice to say, my expectations were exceeded.
I have heard much of your ingenious contributions to the mining efforts. I sense prosperous days are ahead of us.
As do I. Finally, our nations enter into an age unfettered by war. With Esfrost's iron, Hyzan's salt, and Glenbrook's mediation, there is no limit to what we can achieve. We must regard each other as equals, and forge mutually beneficial relationships.
I sense skepticism in your words, Lord Dragan. Do you mean to imply our relations are not already mutually beneficial?
Whoa.
I need not imply anything. The salt tax you claim makes my case more than clear.
Bold words from one so young. Is that how peers speak to one another?
She's
Perhaps
on to
the young
him.
ones, yes. What do you think, Lord Serenoa?
Dissatisfaction with the salt tax was one cause of the war, was it not?
Uh-oh.
Salt is a divine boon, a gift from the goddess to her true believers. This is the foundation of the teachings that guide us in Hyzant. By allying with Esfrost, do you mean to gainsay our most fundamental beliefs?
Of course not, Minister. We understand that the source is Norzelia's sole supply of salt, and we would not deny that it is the Holy State's right to harvest and tax it as you see fit.
Thank you for acknowledging that. Though it strikes me that your words are measured.
You needn't be so non-committal, Lord Serenoa. It is only reasonable that the three of us have differing opinions on the matter. However, that is all the more reason for us to be open to frank discussion.
Honored guests, pray forgive my son. We of House Wolfort are but simple warriors. I'm afraid matters of finance and politics do not come to us naturally.
Yeah. Politics! I'm just kidding.
This, however, I can say. We will fight injustice and tyranny wheresoever it may be. Of course, we do not enjoy conflict. Still, we will not hesitate to defend our land and our people should the need arise. No matter how mighty the threat, we will fight for home and kingdom.
Yes, Lord Simone. Of that we are keenly aware.
I apologize if I spoke out of turn. But the fact remains that as every winter passes, the tension between our nations grows, and salt is the cause.
I guess you could say they have salty relationships.
The common folk have all but forgotten its taste. I simply want to ease their suffering.
The ministry I oversee is committed to the preservation of life. I personally believe that salt should not be a luxury reserved for the privileged few. All those who live require it, not just those lucky enough to be born within the borders of our holy state.
You agree with me then?
How I feel matters little. In Hyzant, the word of the goddess, as conveyed to us from the lips of the Hierophant, is absolute.
Hierophant? Is that really how you pronounce it? Because I hear Hierophant all the time. I guess either or works.
But perhaps this joint mining venture of yours may lead to the change you seek.
Indeed, we must set our gazes to the future. All of us. I expect you will be the ones to usher us into a new era.
Yes,
A
Father.
whole new era. I'm so sorry for that. Alright, well, there's some other things going on. I swear I'm gonna check the map, the entire map, every time we go back up here to see if there's anything new. Besides what's on screen.
Father spoke not a single word to me today. Before long, I fear I might forget the sound of his voice.
Please, sister, you weep and wail like a common girl. Show some composure. Father has a kingdom to rule, a kingdom engaged in a historic endeavor. He has more important duties than to pamper a spoiled child.
Oh!
Yes, of course, brother.
You speak as if Father's duties include anything more than licking the boots of these dignitaries. It is inconceivable he cannot spare the time to break bread with his daughter.
You speak out of insolence and ignorance, Roland.
I speak only the truth. He leaves all the cumbersome tasks to the Wolforts and Minister Patriot.
A king's word is to be obeyed.
And what of his subjects? Do they exist simply to bring him glory? To take the blame for his failures?
They are to serve as he sees fit.
the hell they are.
Believe as you wish. Speaking of his subjects, it appears lordship of House Wolfort will be passed down to young Serenoa.
What?
How fortunate for you to have a friend in the new lord. Best not take loyalty for granted, however. House Wolfort is obedient enough for now, but that can change as quickly as the wind.
Okay, I'm sensing evil vibes from you.
Use them well when you can, but be ready to bring down your fist if they dare to rise above their station.
Don't speak of them like lapdogs. They're not servants. They're my friends.
Do you really think to lead with such a soft heart? You are not fit to wear the royal signet.
Oh, stop this fighting at once. You frighten me.
Enough of this.
Where are you going, brother?
To train with Sir Maxwell. I would clear my head.
Brother!
There is a tourney on the morrow, after all.
Brother!
We talk about this tourney a lot. Maybe we're gonna participate in that.
I yield.
Your spear wavers, my prince. Something weighs on your mind.
You've always been able to see through me.
It's no great feat. Your heart lies ever on your sleeve.
Do I hear disapproval in your voice?
Not exactly, my prince. It can be a weakness, yes, but it can also be your strength. After all, sometimes a direct strike is most effective at piercing a formidable defense.
I will take those words to heart, Sir Maxwell. Thank you for today.
The pleasure was mine. I expect a good fight from you tomorrow. In the final match, no doubt.
Tomorrow, eh?
I take the field with House Wolfort. Together, I have no doubt we can emerge triumphant.
Ah, that would explain your improvement. Young Serenoa is a worthy training partner. Even so, I have no doubt you've held your own against him. Tomorrow you shall show the realm what I already know. That you are a warrior worthy of your family's legacy.
Great, we're gonna be fighting Roland, aren't we?
Sir Maxwell, Sometimes I wish I wasn't a prince. Sometimes I wish I'd been born your son instead.
Uh-oh.
Surely you jest, Your Highness. Your father is a great king, and an even greater man. It is an honor to serve him as I do.
Apologies. I forget myself. I must have taken quite a blow. Anyhow, I suppose I should rest till the morrow. Be well, Sir Maxwell.
Also, why is it S-E-R? I've never seen Sir spelt that way.
It cannot be easy being the youngest prince. To have others expect nothing from you, yet still shake their heads in disapproval. But you can rise above this, my prince. Seize your chance and lay everyone's doubts to rest once and for all.
Whoa. Yeah, it's hard to tell who's evil, who's not. I want to know who is the villain. I don't need an answer. Yeah, there's nothing else. Let's go back to Castle Wolfort.
Now that's what I call a feast. You've landed quite the catch, Frederica. He is a good man. I can see it in his eyes.
You are too kind, Lord Dragan.
I think he's drunk.
And humble as well. Are you impressed as I, Frederica?
Yeah, he's drunk.
I can tell that your heart is pure and gentle, my lord.
And intoxicated.
Lady Frederica.
Forgive me if I caused offense. I thought only to return your sincerity and kind.
No apologies are needed. I am happy to meet your approval.
I Thank you, my lord.
Words come so easily to the both of you. A perfect match.
Forgive my curiosity. What sort of life did Lady Frederica lead in Esfrost?
Her life? Truth be told, my dear Serenoa, not a pleasant one. Those of Rosellan blood are looked down upon in Esfrost, even if they are the daughter of the Archduke's concubine.
Uh-oh.
Gustadolf's full siblings
Oh no,
are
she's
the worst
embarrassed.
of the lot. They have not a shred of human compassion between them. They cruelly bully the girl endlessly,
Oh
regardless
no.
of time or place.
Is this...
Feels bad, man.
True, of course it is. I know Frederica's suffering all too well.
What, you were one of the bullies?
My own father lived ever in the shadow of his elder brother, the former Archduke. Our house, too, is met with sneers by those who consider themselves our betters.
Oh. So you also got bullied.
But no more. I shall show all those simpering fops that it is not birth that makes greatness, but deeds. And so I did my due research at the archives, that my grand invention shall blast our way forward.
You're not a mad scientist.
Dragan, please. I believe you've had enough to drink.
Yeah. Yeah, you think?
You can hardly blame me for availing myself of Glenbrook's finest libations, brought by traders from the realm over.
At least he doesn't have to drive anywhere.
Each cask more exotic than the last. Why, to not partake would be an affront to our newfound ally.
I love this guy when he's drunk. He's so funny. Sip.
Just make sure your head is clear for tomorrow. Or have you forgotten you're meant to be representing your nation?
Yes, a ceremony to usher in a new age of harmony and prosperity.
Faints.
I am too young to have known the war, so I see our three nations joining hands more as a matter of expedience.
Expedience?
But what of you, my kin-to-be? How do you see our grand cooperative venture?
Oh, jeez, I gotta choose something? Oh, boy. It's first step to true harmony over three nations. Benefit the nations involved. Possible. I'm not gonna be pessimistic here. I'm usually pretty optimistic. Hang on. I can look at the log. Well, I don't want to be fully optimistic, but I don't want to be pessimistic, so I'll just go with this middle option. I see nothing wrong with it.
It will benefit all nations involved. I see nothing wrong with that.
Indeed. I didn't know you had such a mercantile mind, Serenoa.
Corn drives the
Mercantile?
hearts of men and nations alike. I suspect all parties wouldn't be so eager to join hands if not for the promise of profit. And when we're all able to fill our coffers, perhaps we can finally let go of old grudges.
I didn't think he'd tie that to merchants. Interesting.
A sensible perspective. I didn't know you had such a practical mind.
Whoa, Tress is my favorite character in Octopath. I'm just kidding. But I'm not. Well, I'm not kidding about her being my favorite character in that game, but still.
In any event, it is always good to have another perspective on matters. Let me tell you what I believe. I believe we're on the cusp of a great achievement. As always, it is the young who must bear the burden of building the future. Old shoulders are frail, old minds stubborn. Whatever lies in our future, those who make it will mark their names in history. And mine will be written large for all to see!
This voice actor must have had a fun time creating this man's drunken voice.
And I would write yours next to it, my dear cousin. Pray, come visit me at the mines once operations are underway, and I shall...
Yeah, I knew it.
Dragan, are you quite all right?
Worry not, Frederica. I'm just a bit tipsy.
Tipsy!
Just like...
I knew it. I knew it eventually happened.
It would seem Lord Dragan has turned in for the night.
Quite the passionate fellow, isn't he?
He's never been one to hide his ambition, ever since we were little. Neither does he hide his disapproval of my brother and Trueborn's siblings.
Feelings which you share?
I grant it would be satisfying to see the sneers of those who look down on me wiped from their faces. But I also agree with Lord Simone that we must set our gazes to the future. Though I know not yet how I might best serve in this new age, I would do what I can.
We are of the same mind in that regard, my lady. Let us ease the weight of each other's burdens.
Please, call me Frederica. We are to be husband and wife after all.
Of course, my... Frederica. Pray call me Serenoa as well.
Force of habits. Hard to break.
We should carry your cousin to his chambers. Will you help me, Frederica?
Certainly, Serenoa. Let us take care not to wake him, lest he resume his prattle.
Uh-oh. Oh no, who died?
Benedict. I thought I might find you here.
My lord.
Did you tell her that Serenoa would soon be taking over as lord of our house?
Forgive me, my lord. I did not think to...
Save your apologies, Benedict. Doubtless she was overjoyed to hear it from you. Destra always did trust you above all her advisors.
Aww.
As do I. For 30 years you have served my house better than I ever could have asked for.
You honor me, my lord.
My lord? I suspect this will be the last night I will hear those.
I knew it. I knew something was going to happen to him.
My lord, I will call for a healer at once.
Do not bother, Benedict. It will avail me not. You know as well as I how my heart now fails me.
My lord.
And so I entrust Serenoa to you. For our house, pray heed this old man's final order.
Aww.
Certainly. I will live to serve your son until I breathe my last.
Did you hear that, Destra? Our boy is in good hands. My old dear friend. Long have we stood together.
I will not let you down, my lord.
King's gonna die here soon. Wolf or anything else? Anything else? I need to learn to zoom out more often. Excuse me, get me off of this. Thank you. That's it. Alright, well, I guess we're going back. Well, he's still alive, I guess.
My beloved son, Serenoa will oversee the matters of our house from this day forward. I expect you to serve him as dutifully as you served me.
Of course, Lord Simone.
Aye, my lord. Our undying loyalty to House Wolford.
My son, listen well. A lord's judgment shapes the fates of his kin and subjects alike. Responsibility for their well-being now falls on your shoulders. You must lead them well.
Yes, Father. I shall keep those words close to my heart. To that end, I require wise counsel. Together, you possess a wealth of experience. As Lord of House Wolford, it is my duty to consider the best course from every perspective afforded me. I shirk not from this responsibility. At the same time, I would be a fool to not seek guidance from those more traveled than I. For my house and my people, I trust I can rely on you.
Well spoken, my son. I dare say you are more than ready to receive this.
A present?
The Scales of Conviction, a holy relic, said to be blessed by the deities of old.
Oh yeah, the triangle scale. I remember they did something with this in the demo.
It was gifted to our family by the King of Glenbrook. From this day on, I entrust it to you. However, it is of little use without these.
Coins. 7 of them.
Money!
Tokens of conviction, we call them. Give one each to only your most trusted retainers and allies. They will guide you when the path is darkest. Their words will illuminate the pitfalls ahead. Heed well the advice of your friends and subjects, and choose your steps carefully. Such has been the way of our house, and such you must see it always shall be.
I will, Father. I shall treasure these gifts and make wise use of them in times of need.
7 coins, I see.
Very good. Now do your duty, my son.
I get it. 7 coins because if you have 2 coins on each scale, then it completely balances out. The 7th coin is to offset that.
We await your orders, my lord.
What, do I need to give out the coins myself?
We depart for the capital at once. May this ceremony be but the first of many joyous occasions ahead of us.
The House Wolford!
Whoa!
And so the stewardship of House Wolford passes from father to son. Lord Simone Wolford, beloved throughout Glenbrook, entrusts the future to young Serenoa. With the ceremony to mark the beginning of the joint mining venture and a tourney on the horizon, the Wolfords set forth to the Crown City. With no heroic deeds yet to his name, the new Lord Wolford sets his eyes on the proving grounds, eager to show his worthiness.
You're talking about the tourney, right?
So Lord Simon will step down. I suppose the time comes for us all to pass on the torch eventually. What wisdom has your father bestowed upon you?
He has told me what it means to be lord of a house.
Very good. Serenoa of House Wolford, the crown of Glenbrook now looks to you for loyal service and brotherhood.
Yes, your majesty. I shall not disappoint.
What?
I dare you to say that again, Thalis.
Must you make me repeat myself?
Oh, that's right. These guys are like the evil doers. These two.
I am the Prime Minister of Esfrost. I and I alone am fit to represent our nation.
Yeah, I remember these guys from the demo.
Go push your papers in the shadows, like the minor lordling's son you are.
You would shame me. You, who would be nothing if not for your high birth. Your ineptitude is mocked by noble and commoner alike.
Dragan, you forget yourself.
You both forget yourselves.
Frederica?
If you must bray at each other, then do so back home. Your bickering will bring shame upon our nation.
Such strong words, sister. Do you think you're above us now that you're being wed to mighty House Wolfort?
Please, Erica.
My apologies, but the ceremony will begin soon. I ask the delegates of each nation to make their preparations.
And you must be Serenoa Wolfort. Well, I suppose we should bother the happy couple no longer.
What?
Well done, Frederica. I see you've inherited your mother's wiles. She always did have a way with men.
Too bad you also inherited her hair. That sickly pink makes me want to retch.
Pray forgive my cousins, Lord Serenoa, and forgive me if I was out of line.
Those two, they were...
Phallus and Erica Esfrost. Full brother and sister to Archduke Gustadolf. And my half-siblings.
I see. Well, I hope that we can all come together for the sake of our grand endeavor.
Yeah, it's probably not gonna happen. Smithy is now available in the encampment. Cool. Okay, so that's an exploration, I think. I think that's what that means. Excuse me. Well, first I want to see what just opened up in the encampment. Oh, it's the merchant now. As a blacksmith, I have the privilege of looking after everyone's weapons. It's my honor to forge and repair whatever Wolfort's warriors require. Any blades I need tampering or bows I need priming, you need only say the word. Oh, cool. Okay, we did have Anna in our last party. So, it seems like we can upgrade her. Hold on. At the smithy, you can upgrade your weapons and unlock weapon abilities. Both these services require materials and coin. Each weapon has 3 ranks. Increasing the weapon's rank unlocks more powerful abilities for that weapon. You can acquire abilities within the same rank in any order, but the later a skill is learned, the more materials are required, of course. If a weapon ability is connected to another with an arrow icon, then it must be acquired in the order the arrows indicates. Alright. Weapon abilities contained within the box marked with "or" cannot be activated at the same time. However, once you have acquired either one, both become available and you may switch between them at no cost. Okay. Interesting. Let's see here. So we can get any of these in any order. But I don't have the fiber to do so. I'm just gonna look through here. Proficiency by 5 to upgrade thing. Okay. And I assume this is like a... Oh, it's not even gonna tell me what the ratio will be. Max HP by 10. Cool. Physical defense by 1. Woohoo. 100 defense by 1. Woohoo. Clear skies fire damage up. Huh. Increase fire damage dealt with clear weather. Okay, let me just look at Serenoa here. Yeah, great damage, speed, luck. Yeah, it's not gonna tell me what any of these do. I'm assuming, yeah, these are all just gonna be the same. Magic defense. Oh, I just looked at you. And restore more HP. Okay, that works. That works too. So these are all just basic. I don't have materials though. Well, I thought I had stone. Hang on. Oh, I have iron. I might as well get one of these. You know what? Yeah. And now I know what the materials are for. Yeah. And then you also have magic defense. Wait, magic defense? That seems like a weird choose. And accuracy. Speed. Okay. Yeah, you have speed instead of HP. Oh, actually, no. You have an HP upgrade over there. Okay. Well. I can see my HP and I can see my stats as well. We're all pretty early. My forge is always here if you need it. Alright, what? Good to know. Alright. Let me just save here. I'm not ending right now. It's only an hour. I just want to go. I just wanted to save that progress. Because, well, I'm an hour in. Blood! Blood my eyes!
My honored guests, I am pleased to announce that operations at the Grand Norzelian mines have commenced in earnest.
The Earth has yielded treasures more magnificent than even we had anticipated. May the mines endure for many years as a symbol of prosperity for all of our nations.
Well said. With Hyzant's salt and capital, Esfrost's ingenuity, and Glenbrook's raw materials and manpower, our realm's future is bright indeed. It is a partnership built on 3 pillars, each bearing equal weight. We owe a debt of gratitude for all who have supported this grand venture. A particular note is Lord Dragan, whose knowledge has allowed us to so swiftly see our labor bear fruit, and House Wolfort, whose mediation has proved invaluable in forming this accord. May their deeds be forever remembered by history. Let us raise our cups and toast to their health and happiness.
Huzzah! Cheers!
Lord Serenoa is smiling from ear to ear. Shame his parents couldn't be here to see this.
Aw, yeah.
Do not get too swept away in the moment, Eridor. We have a job to do here, and the day has only begun.
Wait, they're not. They're. I guess thought bubbles mean they're whispering.
Now that the formalities are done with, let the festivities begin. Step forward, Sir Maxwell.
So, this is the one they call the Dawn Spear.
Glenbrook's fiercest warrior. They say he has never known defeat.
Ah, it's one of these guys.
I would take the measure of this man.
A
Now
badass
that the
woman.
foundations for peace have been laid, let us be stifled by rigid formality no longer. There is a tourney to be had, after all. A much more entertaining event than my endless speeches.
I'm not sure if you heard that.
Will any among you prove a match for our Sir Maxwell, the champion of our previous challenge? I very much look forward to finding out. Until then, help yourselves to our hospitality and our wine.
I like how you specifically mentions the wine.
Eat, drink, and be merry. It shall not be long until final preparations are complete.
Our time is nigh, Serenoa. Ah, but I forget myself. Our time is nigh, Lord Wolfort. Congratulations, my friend.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you. But living up to the title will be no easy task.
You'll do your father proud, I'm sure. Unlike some of us.
Oh, no. Yeah, have more faith in yourself.
Have more faith in yourself, my friend. After all, you too shoulder the future of the kingdom.
I wonder if Glenbrook will truly flourish thanks to anything I do.
Of course it will. It already has. Besides, House Wolfort is at your back.
My apologies. And thank you. I shall strive to be worthy of your support.
You two are quite the pair, aren't you?
Fast friends from the day we met. And you are?
Apologies for not introducing you sooner. This is Huette of the Kingsguard.
I feel like that's a weird name.
I am tasked with keeping His Highness safe, though he often seems to resent it. 'Tis a pleasure to meet you, Lord Wolfort.
Ah, Prince Roland has told me much about you. I can see he is in good hands.
I shall see that it is so, my lord.
Now let us begin our preparations. Today we take the field, and today
we claim victory.
Victory, Screech! Melee warrior with range strikes foes 2 squares in front of him with his spear. Steed grants him exceptional mobility. Rains bears down on the back of a hawk. Yeah, I remember how. Yeah, I remember Huette from the demo. Now it's coming back to me. She's, I guess, our Pegasus unit, except she flies a giant eagle. I mean, I'd best grade our guess. There's also going to be a chance to take a measure of my soon-to-be opponents. Oh, okay. A shiny! Sleep recovery pellet pool. Stories of the minister's X-arm skills have reached even the lips of my servants. I'm very much looking forward to the truth of these tales. Alright.
Ah, young Lord Wolfort, thank you for the honor of including me among such esteemed company. Each face I see is more impressive than the last. Even members of the Saintly Seven have designed to step foot upon our shores. Of course, I have had many dealings with Hyzant in the past. I've taken to understand all are equal in the eyes of their goddess. Even those not of noble birth can achieve prestigious stations. I intend to use this opportunity to avail myself of this famed equality, and perhaps win the ear of a saint in the process. Countrywood Station is decided not by birth? I was not aware Hyzant's goddess was so incredible in her judgment. I would very much like to make time to visit. You know, there's a holy state of Hyzant. Oh, okay. As the game progresses, you can uncover information that will unlock additional responses in future conversations. Right. You can also check that in the War Chronicle. Okay, let's talk to.
Oh, my eyes! I am sorely undead. But I'm sure you know that. I had the honor of being one of the Saintly Seven. The duties of a young lordling are many, but I trust you are more than capable. May this mind bring prosperity to us all. Such a massive endeavor is bound to be fraught with danger. If you or yours ever require medical treatment, please visit the Ministry of Medicine. We are blessed with the finest medical minds of Norzalia, but our facilities aren't open to just anyone. Mention my name, however, and every service shall be at your disposal.
I heard tell of the ministry said that even the most grievous wounds can be treated there. Very much like to see how such miracles are performed. Yeah, okay, cool. More info. You are the newest Lord of House Wolfort, yes? I've not seen you from afar. I believe this is the first time I have had the pleasure of speaking to you. I have seen you from afar, my bad. Even now the common folk sing of your house's bravery during the Salt Iron War. However, I suspect that it shall not be long before they sing of House Marcial's deeds instead. I'll look forward to seeing you as attorney, Lord Serenoa. We're probably going to be battling them. Congratulations on your recent appointment as Lord. I'm sure the entire realm will celebrate the occasion. Lord Simon has... I think Simon. Lord Simon has ever been a dear friend of us. Pray do not hesitate to come to us in times of need. Is it true that the General of Lore will be taking the field as an attorney? The right hand of the Archduke, rivaled only by her lord of ferocity. I doubt she judges a friendly competition to be worthy of her abilities. Still, if she lives up to her reputation, then she wouldn't have to try hard to prove a match for even the mightiest warrior. She must have... Lord Serenoa, congratulations on your recent appointment. The news of Lord Simon's abdication was sudden, to be certain, but all lords should give up their position in time. Still, I'm certain having that immense responsibility thrust upon you at such a young age must be trying indeed. If you ever require a consort, or simply a sympathetic ear to bend, do not hesitate to call upon Lord House Telior. Yeah, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry for that pathetic Italian accent. He just looks like an Italian. I've trained the prince since he was scarcely old enough to hold a spear. I have a great interest in seeing his performance as an attorney. I would wish you good luck, but I'd rather your skill carry you to victory. Hey, I can put all my stats in my luck. I'm just kidding. You carry your father's legacy on your shoulders, young lord. Eager am I to see how it fits you. Thalis and Erica. I wonder if those two would deign to participate in attorney. Alright. Soon you will lead your first foray to battle, and Lady Frederica and I shall experience true combat for the first time. Do you have a stratagem into mind for the attorney? Maybe by attorney, but defeat will bring shame. Where would win? I'll fight with honor. I don't like this option. Cause that means sacrificing anyone to win. I don't like that. Well, that can mean that. I don't. I'll actually give her the benefit of the doubt. We did actually use quite a bit of magic in the fight with the bandits, so yeah. Is that so, my lord? To tell the truth, I hadn't anticipated such a response, but thank you for your flattery nonetheless. I was being sincere. I have faith in my allies, in all my allies, else we would not be fighting together. Your honesty is refreshing indeed. I'm not so nervous as I was a moment before. I should do my best to answer your every expectation, Lady Frederica. Lady Frederica and I should prove ourselves worthy to fight alongside you.
Let us hope this tourney brings the same thrills as last year's. I won't super forget the final bout between Lord Simon and the Dawn Spear. Why, 'twas a match for their history. 'Tis a shame that Lord Simon won't be here to have another go at it. His son is representing House Wolford this year, I hear. I don't reckon one so green can stand the likes against the Dawn Spear, but I've seen stranger things.
We'll kick his ass, don't worry about that. I hear that the Dawn Spear is returning to defend the title he won at the previous tourney. Let's hope he hasn't been resting in his laurels. Today I fight by Sir Maxwell's side an attorney. I would not envision a greater honor in this. May we cross swords, Lord Cyrano, and may the fight be one to remember. Oh boy. Oh, okay. You must be the Lord Wolford. I am Patriarch of House Conser. By King Ragnar's grace, we were chosen above all others to attend this momentous ceremony. 'Tis an honor, truly. All we have, we are our king. Let us continue to serve him all as well as we can.
I've never seen a woman, or a man for that matter, quite like Minister Lila.
Beautiful, elegant, and brilliant. What I wouldn't give to serve under someone like her. Wood has it that a new assailant is a strapping young researcher said to be well versed in ice magic. I knew I should have been spending more time on books instead of in the training yard. I'd very much like to see the skilled Minister Lila's new assistant for myself. Perhaps I will, and sooner rather than later. The Ice Mage. I hear that the bloody shield himself would be fighting on the behalf of Aesfrost during this year's tourney. He's the captain of the Duchy Elite Hawk Riders, and our fierce Hawk Shield himself. I look forward to seeing the man in action.
Your first tourney as the lord of your house, eh? I knew the day would come, but it still brings a tear to my eyes to see it. Always remember that. Better than I will be at your back, my lord. Come to us for whatever you need. That includes a tourney. You need someone to do it, my lord? I'm your man. Let's show what the stuff House Dwarford is made of.
Lord Cyrano, there you are. Benedict is looking for you. Alright, well, I'll talk to him later. I saw him before, earlier. I passed a group of soldiers clad in black armor on the way here. Those Aesfrost storied black irons. I meant to question any Aesfrost here can about the archives. It is said that one of the archives, countless tomes, lies the answer to any and all questions that have ever been asked. You need only seek them out. How's that boundless knowledge? That's certainly something I'd like to see with my own eyes.
You're from House Warfort, yes? Your reputation is formidable, to be sure, but Aesfrost military is second to none. Day and night we train, and I dare say even our rank and file would be a match for any other army's elite troops. Why, just the other day we managed to capture a particularly dangerous smuggler. He was as swift as a horse, and as deadly with a bow as any man alive. And he broke a bone in the process. Ouch!
Skill would have doubtless made him a capable soldier. So what desperate disparate paths our choices sent us down. Captured smuggler. Oh, great.
Cyrano Wolford. How good to see you again so soon. Allow me to introduce myself. I'm Thelas Aesfrost at your service. I suppose I shall be calling you my brother-in-law. This is quite the castle you have, full of history and great deeds. I hope that one day, fate sees it fit to deliver me one so grand.
Oh boy.
I suppose we haven't formally met yet. I'm Erica Aesfrost. Yes, Frederica is my sister, although I hardly think of her as such. This country is old, for lack of a better word. I'm certain it will fit her sensibilities perfectly.
A predictable match. What a predictable outcome. Wow. Straight to the point. Oh, I can't get down there. Depth perception fails me.
I understand you. Your medal shall be on display at the tourney, my lord. May it leave an impression in all in attendance.
Okay. I need to bring the camera back to a reasonable spot. So like that. Yeah. I can't go back here. No. Okay, I see what happened. I think. Yeah. Okay. If I push in a specific direction, it just flicks to one of the 4 diagonal directions. Interesting. I see. I already talked to you. Who is couple people up here. What the heck? Okay, that tree is alive. It's just the camera cut off. Yeah, a lot of games I've seen lately, I've been doing this trick where they make something transparent. It starts fading out into like pixels and stuff, so you can see behind it pretty clearly. And even Splatoon does that. Is this a cat? Aww. Will you with you by my side, friend? I feel like we could take on the entire realm. I see that shiny. I dare say we may even give the Dawnspear his first taste of defeat. Yeah, we're gonna win because this is an RPG. 50 gold! Oh, 150 gold. It's an honor to be allowed to fight by House Wolford's side. I should do my utmost to bring honor to you on the battlefield. Alright, what do you have to say now?
My lord, before the tourney begins, I'd like to ask you a single question. To what end do you believe this contest is being held?
Chance for the three nations to gather and celebrate. Battles many bloodless victories, sweet all same. Times of peace, there are precious few chances to display martial prowess. It may appear that mere insane. Oh, these are all good answers. Oh man, this is actually really tough. I like all three of these. I'm gonna... Crap, I don't know. I want... I think I'm leaning towards this one. Yeah, I'm leaning towards this one. I'm gonna select it.
Just so, my lord. Each nation will show their strength and take the measure of the others in turn.
It'll be a test of skill as well as metal.
I'll not treat it lightly. Very good. We shall be on the first of many tests to come, I'm sure.
Alright, I think that's it. I think I talked to everyone. I think I got all the information. Let me just check here. War Chronicle. Past traveled. Oh, okay, that's the summary of the story. Okay. Notes. Oh, that's that. Information. Oh, okay, yeah, this is... Yeah, this is all the stuff we just got. Alright, I think I'm good. I think I talked to everyone. I think I got all the information I need. Alright. The tourney will begin soon. I best head back. I don't think I'm gonna be doing the tourney in this episode. Jeez. I think it's gonna go straight to the map. Yeah. That's exactly what I thought. So it was either that or there was gonna give me a cutscene right before it booted me back to the map. So I'm actually gonna save here, and next time we'll do. Yeah, next time we will do this battle. All right. Thank you for tuning in, Vix. I'm not sure if you're still lurking or not, but glad to have you here. And I will see you all next time. And sorry, there wasn't really much action in this episode, but I'm not really expecting much action. Well, I'm expecting it's a tactics game, so it's gonna be on and off between story and action. I will see you all next time. Bye bye.